Good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon to the East Coast. How are you? Jenenne Macklin here. I am your transformational speaker, wealth guide, and catalyst. How are you today? It's Friday. You made it through another week. You made it through the shutdowns, and now we're opening. Good morning to the West Coast. You're creeping out, heading into work for some of you, rolling out of bed for teaching school for others of you. I'm just finishing up a 4-mile walk and wanted to hop back on here from what I was saying to you yesterday. So I hadn't planned it, so I don't have my earbuds, but I didn't want too much time to go by because I'm trying to, no, I don't like the word trying. I am setting the intention to be here consistently as close to 9 and 9:15 as possible. So how are you? So ladies, where are my ladies? I asked you yesterday a question. I asked you to look in your life. I asked you to look at you. I asked you to turn all your attention away from everybody else and focus on you. And recognize if it was a matter of what you do. Oh, this is a dead end? Did the sign tell me this was a dead end? How am I going to get home? Look at what you do. And if you're doing it for you, you know what you do, the value that you bring, because I want you to begin to be clear about what you do and how you do it and why you do it. And ultimately, what keeps us so tired. And it was a conversation about whether it's what you do or who you are. Now you can take all weekend, please, and just think about it. Is what motivates you based on what you do, or is it who you are? Where's your value? Because so many of us are giving and giving and giving. This probably better, huh? To the point that we're depleted. And here's the thing, we don't know we're depleted until we're sick. Usually we've gotten sick, we've gotten a cold, maybe a fever, or we're just tired. And we keep pushing and keep going and keep pushing. What I want you to do now, though, is ask yourself, what are you saying to yourself that allows you to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep doing, even when you're tired? What is it? What do you say? Oh, they can't do it without me. Oh, they need me. What is the thing for women about being needed? That's what I want you to look at for the weekend. Just quietly sit with yourself. See where you feel tired. See where it seems like you may have given more than you really had the time and energy to give, but you did it anyway. Morning. Good. Shining up his old Cadillac. Looks like a 1954 or something. So what are you saying to yourself that keeps you moving? What are you saying to yourself that keeps you doing? What are you saying to yourself that keeps you giving when you have nothing to give? Isn't it amazing? We can say, oh, I just don't have anything to give. I'm so tired. And somebody will call and we'll get up and go do something. What's that about? You know you're tired. You know you've done more than enough. What's not okay with you, me, us, taking care of ourselves, taking a nap, getting rest? You'd be surprised. What was it? I was doing something yesterday. Okay, I guess I want to go down this street. No, I want to go down Santa Rosa. And I was working. And I kept working and kept working. Forgot all about lunch. Went in maybe around 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. My son had fixed him some food, eaten that food, and the other food I'd left there, and was fixing himself something else. So that's why I say, oh, never mind. Ask yourself, what do you say to yourself that keeps you doing, keeps you pushing? I used to say, you know, I had to keep moving because if I stopped, I didn't know if I'd start again. Because everything that supposedly had to be done. Can you hear the birds? But I don't say that anymore. I'm not trying to be superwoman anymore. The first and foremost needs that we can meet and meet them sufficiently if we really pay attention to it is ourselves. And then once our tank is full, then we can give to others. And since we haven't been taught that, haven't been trained, I don't even think some of us even know how to do it. Pasadena is full of beautiful homes. I'm sorry. Look, check this out, okay? I'm walking and here I see this path. Where is it? This path over here. But this goes to this house. And then here comes this little precious one. I don't know if you can see, there's another house back there in the back. And then there's this house over here. Beautiful homes. But what is it that keeps you giving when you say you don't have anything to give? What is it that keeps you hanging in when you know you're tired? And what will it take for each of us to begin to make choices that allow us to empower ourselves, to fill our tanks up to overflow? Overflow. Hi, Reese Jackson. And then give from our overflow. What would that take? Do you even know how to do that? Have you even thought about doing anything like that? Wow, this is pretty too. You know me in nature, right? Because I think it's all God, so I have to acknowledge it. Look at that. Look at them. They're all tall and they're white at the top, like little angels waiting for you to walk through to get to that house. Oh my gosh. I think they're beautiful. So what is it that you keep saying to yourself? And the reason why I say that is because when you can identify what you're saying to yourself, then you'll understand what keeps you moving, what keeps you in action, what keeps you giving. And we have this thing about we'll give and then complain. They know I don't have time to be doing this and they want me to do this, this, and this, but we're doing it all along. So we're contradicting ourselves. Oh yeah, here we go. In case you guys don't have it, we have spring all day long here. Look at that. So what is it that makes us say these things to ourselves, and then we believe it to the point that we're tired, we're overweight, we don't have the sleep, we're not eating, we're not taking care of our health, we're not taking care of our soul, our spirit, and our dreams, because we're so busy focusing on everyone else. And I get elderly parents. I have a feisty 95-year-old godfather. I get that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like this 15 and a half, soon to be 16 next month, oh my God, year old I have in the house. Or boyfriends, even girlfriends, or even mothers for that matter. Always thinking that they can depend on you because you've made yourself dependable. We decided that being dependable was more important than being happy. What do you think about that? We decided that if people could depend on us, they could turn to us, they knew we would always be there, then we were doing what we were supposed to do on the planet. It may have been an unconscious decision. It actually may have been passed down from watching our mothers do the same thing. But that's what we operate from. So how do we get out of that cycle so that we take better care of ourselves, knowing that the better care we take of ourselves is the better we'll take care of others around us and that we love? What will it take for us to make ourselves a priority? And it has to be conscious because we're wired to take care of others. We're wired to respond. As soon as they say, dun, 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 we're like, what do you need? We can take care of it. Because we've had to do it for so long. But do we want to keep doing it that way? So it's just something for you to begin to think about. The new normal for us has got to be health. The new normal for us has got to be taking care of ourselves first and knowing that it's okay. That's got to be our new normal. At least it's going to be mine. It's going to be mine. Because one day I got up, took care of my son, fixed his food, and I ran around like crazy, and I was so tired. I was so worn out by the end of the evening. The next day, I got up and I fixed my food. The next day, I got up and did my exercise like I'm doing now. And once I did everything that I needed to do for me first, I was on it. See, this is what we do. This is my girls. This is what we do. We just go and give and give. Good morning. And give and give. They start way back down on my street and walk all the way up these hills with the babies and the dogs. That's what we do, see? Just doing. What will it take for us to recognize our value is not in doing. Our value is not in giving all of our yumminess to everybody. Our value is taking care of ourselves first, and then from our overflow only. And I'll show you what our overflow is. I'm going to be doing a girls' talk in the next couple of weeks. I'll show you what it means for overflow. And when you see it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But the whole goal is for us to learn to give from our overflow. And when we learn that, we'll stay healthy. When we learn that, we can keep our diets. When we learn that, we can take care of our hearts. When we learn that, you can take care of your diabetes. When you learn that, you can take care of your loves and your children and all those things that are dear to us. But first and foremost, we have to be healthy enough to do it, to be around and to be present for it. So I asked you yesterday, Is it what you do that you value, or is it who you are? So I want you to look at that again over this weekend. Things are opening up. What are you going to do? You're going to run out and go to the restaurant this weekend? You're going out to dinner this weekend? That's what the news said you guys wanted. I know I didn't. So be mindful, whatever you do this weekend. Be safe as you can be, or whatever you think is safe for you this weekend. Be conscious in whatever decisions that you make going forward. My new normal is in any crowd I'm in, I will have a mask on, but I don't plan to be in any crowds. But in case the stores open up and the times go back to the way it always has been, then I will have a mask on. But when I'm up at 6 or 7 in the morning walking and hiking, ain't nobody up with me, I will not. It's hard getting up the hills without it. But that's my choice. And I will be still staying at home. I'm not going to hit the streets and go shopping and go to the mall. No. I saw where young people were, I couldn't believe it, in Atlanta, lined up for Air Jordan shoes. Well, more power to you. We all are going to make decisions. And they're going to be decisions that we have to live with. So long as whatever decision you make, you can live with the potential consequences, and even the consequences that you don't know about in the decision you're making, then more power to you, and bless you. I just want to be a little bit more mindful in the decisions I make. So I work from home. I will continue to be at home. My son's school is done until August. So there you have it. We've got friends that have swimming pools. We can go over to their house and swim and still enjoy the sun and still stay safe. We have looked at whatever movies we could find that we could look at. We rented them, we bought them. So I'm not going to movie theater. So these are conscious choices that you will have to make in the next 24 to 48 hours, basically. But what I really want you to think about, and I'm done, I want you to have a great weekend, is what do you value? Do you value who you are, or do you value what you do? Because when we value what we do, and when others value us for what we do, then that keeps us doing and doing and doing. But you know what, baby girl? When you can walk in a room, so to speak, and you can sit down, and you can just be present, and your doggone presence radiates throughout the room, and you inspire people, and you laugh with people, and you enjoy their presence and their company, I guarantee you, who you are is way greater than what you do. Take good care. Have a great weekend. Bye for now. Hashtag replay. Let me know what state you're in. Hashtag replay. Let me know what your decision was. Is it based on who you are, or is it based on what you do? In a couple of weeks, I'll be holding a girls' talk. I'd love for you to join me. And then after that, I'm going to be looking at you creating your wealth plan going forward in 2020. And I'd love for you to walk that out with me as well. Won't cost you anything but your time. Take good care. Bye for now.